looking at Tyflow, the magnet effect using Tyflow in 3ds Max. First thing you want to do is go and add the Tyflow from the creation panel and click anywhere basically on the screen there and just add the little icon. And from that, go and create a plane. And then with that plane, it's going to be what's going to be actually creating the Tyflow objects to magnetize to something. Next, we can just make any sort of object we really want, so something that's going to be the actual magnet itself. So in this case, let's make a cylinder and call that one the magnet. So just make sure it's maybe somewhat in the middle of the actual plane itself, like that. Just aligning it into the middle of the plane underneath it. It can be above it, it can be to the side, it can basically be any location, but for this one, I'm just putting it directly under. Go to modify your Tyflow and your Tyflow editor. This is what your Tyflow editor screen will actually look like. So if you go all the way across to birth, you can just drag that one in, or you can also type tab and add any sort of features. So for this one, we're going to be adding display birth first, and then we're going to be doing position object. And then the one after that we're going to be doing is shape. So type in tab and go shape. And then we've got these three, and one more is define target, which is the actual magnet itself. So now that's all of the things we specifically need. So in birth, we can change that one from 200 to any sort of number. So that's the birth of the amount of objects that are actually going to come from the plane. We want to pick that first position object, and the first position object is the plane. So we've selected that one already. And the shape itself, we can actually select as a different sort of shape coming out of that plane. So this could be spheres, this could be triangles. In this case, we've got to change it from 2D, from a tetrahedron into something maybe like a sphere, so some sort of like particle maybe going down into the actual onto the magnet. We're just testing it along the timeline there to see the actual scale. So the issue with this one that it's not actually appearing yet is because I haven't changed the display from small dots to geometry. So we're going to be having to change that one soon. So as you can see, at any time you change it, it's just not going to work until you change the display from small dots into a geometry. That's why none of these scales are working as they are, as I'm showing you. All right, let's set it as a sphere then, and then we'll move down. I will go back up to birth and change the amount to 500. So we'll have a large amount of particles moving through. Still not coming through though, so we're just going to have to, yeah, you can see them as very small dots because of the display node, which we need to change. The find target, we can just select pick, and we're going to be picking the cylinder. So as you can see now, the small dots are coming through into it. But they're very small right now, so we need to change that display. So if we go back up, we can change the display from small dots into geometry, and that'll set to the geometry that we've chosen, as you can see there. So now we've created this magnet Tyflow effect in 3ds Max.